Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if I'm live. Live person, that's me. Let me know if that's true. GameStop live person stock updates. Welcome to this fantastic, extremely exciting live stream. Today, we're going to do another deep dive. Well, I suppose deep, it's not really. It's quick, handy, helpful, convenient, and thrilling look at live person. It's a huge opportunity on the horizon. If you've not heard about it yet, that's tough shit, really. I'm going to be taking it really, really high. I enjoy what it's doing, and I'm excited to be part of it. So should you be. We're going to talk about it some more. It's poised to make significant higher low on the chart, as you can probably see behind me there. And the higher that low, the better. So what does it mean for us in this trading community? Higher low is a powerful signal, and it indicates strength and resilience. You can tell I'm talking very fast because I've been drinking lots and lots and lots of coffee to keep myself awake. Gives me the strength and resilience of a live person. And it's going to put me in an upward trend. Live person is not just any stock. It's a beacon of innovation, as I've talked about it on the channel before. In the digital communication space, there's nothing else like it. And it shows all the signs of a bullish turnaround. I think we're on the brink of something very big, and today's price action has been positive in my mind. Let me know what you think in the chat box. Tell me what you're thinking about the charts and the numbers. There it is, just slipping down to bargain prices. They transform the way that companies interact with their customers. In a world where digital communication is more important than ever, LivePerson stands out as a pioneer, just like you guys. It's positioned perfectly to capitalize on the growing demand for AI solutions. And I think it's a prime candidate for significant growth, not just in terms of the stock price, but the company itself. It's going to go absolutely massive. It's going to be, everyone will know about it soon. Who controls the market maker? Trade spotting does. Good to see you, T-Bull. So let's talk strategy, right? Live person, establishing this higher low. It's a chance for a lot of people to get in who've not yet been able to find an entry point. It's the start before momentum takes over and things really kick off. It's where smart investors get involved. And we're not just riding a wave, we're positioning ourselves at the forefront of this upward trend. And that leads to significant and substantial returns. None of this is financial advice. And, I don't think anyone should trade like me. I'm certainly not giving you advice to trade these stocks, this market, this way, these instruments. None of that. It's just what I'm doing. And you can leave it to me. It's totally fine. I'll be happy with it. This is where you might want to start paying attention, though, because you can probably feel I'm excited and I recognize the potential. It's not just any stock, like I say, it's the opportunity to be part of something, a company with a visionary approach that's going to lead to a bright future. The higher the low, the stronger the signal, and the greater the potential for profit. This is a big chance if you're looking to get in. I think it's coming up now. Thanks for joining me today. Stay focused, stay sharp, keep that energy in the chat box. And let's watch as LivePerson closes out the day. It's got 2 minutes left. Together, we're going to ride this to new highs. I say that, but it's not together. It's everybody in a group of one together. Let's make smart trades then. And let's see these investments grow onwards and upwards, everybody. LivePerson 0.8 is 1-0. GameStop 26.91. Coming in for that $27 target. It's tapped it a number of times. The next target above is 32. That's on the 1 minute time frame. 15 minutes. You can see it's in this formation I've drawn. If it does push much higher, then it'll break out of this broadening formation and the target would be up at around 32, 33, 34 bucks. That's what will happen. If it breaks down, then you'll have support in at around 22. If it goes to the top side first, it'll come back here, possibly a dilution. If it goes down here, it'll bounce and go to that target at 34. LivePerson, though, is going to make far more money for far more people, moving percentage points every minute. I've got a clock over there, tells me there's 2 minutes left. I've a clock over here, tells me there's 3 minutes left. These clocks really need to get themselves a LivePerson. So these are some of the targets on LivePerson in the short to medium term. Wearable, $1. Break above that, 138. Break above that, then you're looking at up around here, 238. Close that gap. Very strong area to look to. If you saw the show on Friday, Congratulations. Nobody else is able to. YouTube pummeled it as soon as it finished the live show. You've got a gap which will close in at around $9 and change. And imagine how rich I'm going to be then, right? You're going to let me run off into the sunset like that, right? I'll be taking your wife or your husband or your car with me. You can't let me go off on my own. Well, you could. I would be happy for you to. So that's the chat, right? It's got 2 minutes left today. Price action coming down and testing that 0.8. Considering the low of this thing in the last year has been at 0.45. It's done a huge deal. It's done a huge increase there. The high in the last year was nearly $6, 2 cents off $6. So as you can imagine, as you can imagine, right, we're all going to be partying, right? Partying. It's like a beach party. Those are snowboarding glasses, but still same difference. At $6, it's a huge place for price action. Huge target. 94 watching, 37 likes. Hit a like, everybody. My goodness, I've not had enough sleep. You don't want me to fall out with you. So make sure you hit that like button. 3.77% there. Hey, you got a minute left and it's doing absolutely brilliant. Really, considering since I've been on, good on you, LivePerson. Amazing stock. It's absolutely brilliant stock as LivePerson. Jamie's very close to the kitchen. Dad said if we hit 238, we get a new mom. Congratulations, everybody. If you want a new mom, one coming up, scheduled. Look at that, another bounce. Boing. Moving around, so it is. That's the close, though price action moving higher there. Post-market prices, these are all made up. All of these are made up. It's come from these recent lows in at around 0.7937, which is a good place. It's a good place for it to have come from. So congratulations, everybody who's managed to look at the different prices today. I saw on Discord a couple of people were interested. Bing. Right, so what do you want to know? That is LivePerson closing at 0.8. It's a fantastic move. I'm very happy about it. I think that there's a huge opportunity on the go. If you want to go up and look at what I'm talking about, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see this is a pretty obvious reversal formation. This is a pretty obvious crab harmonic, and then the whole thing, right, comes with a harmonic that encompasses most of price action. You've got in the whole daily time frame to see it, this massive opportunity there. Absolutely huge, right? You've got the harmonic opportunity coming up now. This point of entry, the best possible one on the biggest possible harmonic that suggests that price will go on up higher. And my target, a lot of people are familiar with the idea that it's got $69, right? Because a really good entry was 69 cents. Though you could have got it cheaper if you were paying attention to trade spotting. 69 cents to $69 with a stock that had a market cap of 69 million. It's only 70 at the minute. Outstanding shares are around that 69 million as well. Right, it's fate. It's obviously fate speaking to you. You know, of course, that's my middle name. Trade, fate, spotting. So huge opportunity, LivePerson, right? But $69 is not where I'm not selling it at $69. No, I'm not selling it at 69. I'm going to keep it all the way up to around. Maybe forever, right? Maybe forever, but like I wouldn't think about selling any of mine until over $100, probably 115, 116, something like that, where I would consider it maybe, but probably keep it anyway. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Also, Tesla had a strong move, come back and retested that break of that trend line. That's on the daily. If we look at it on the 15-minute, you can see it's slightly clearer. Close market price in here as well. Through that resistance level, test that support, not bad at all. Significant percentage moves there today. And SPX, that's the overall market, right? Strong buy on the technicals. Down to the 1 minute where you see all the action. That looks like a dodgy, scary head and shoulders. Here you can see there's tons of reasons why this would likely bounce. It's where it's done it before. Every time it got into that zone, that's where you saw big moves. This guy had a little bit of retracement on this down leg here, so be cautious of the retracement on the RSI failing. So far, prices managed to push up towards the end of the day, 0.28% to the top side. We like it. We like it a lot. Do you like it? Let me know if you like it. 35 cents on a bill. Boom. Can't beat it. You can't beat this one. You can't beat this group of guys and gals. Look, Spears. No fears. Hi, Elisa. How you doing? Are you recovered yet? Are you recovered yet? So it may be that they take me out of the game and I'm not able to help you. And if you want me to continue helping you, what you need to do is you need to hit the like button here. And then when this finishes, watch the memes that are coming out. There's two today after this show, which will give you a very clear idea of what's happening. And then after those, you need to go on Twitter. You need to go to my profile. It's _TraceBotting. And you need to find the tweet where I talk about Boots UK. Now, there's a number of them. It's a pharmacy here in Britain. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They're going to the center of the earth. It's one of the worst charts in the world. And that company don't have enough money to even schedule their deliveries at legal times. They don't have enough money to staff their customer service portals, and their customer service staff are timid and afraid. So these are all signs that that company is going into the toilet at 100 miles an hour. And if you like that tweet, you'll help me amplify that communication I'm trying to have with them. And then I'll be super enthused and even more eager to help you. So let that happen, let that happen. Let your fingers do that clicking, let your wrists do that moving. Get yourself onto there, _TraceBot, and give me a follow when you're there. Then like that tweet. There's a number of them because they're terrible, so I've tweeted at them lots, and they didn't respond because they're a yellow-bellied crap pharmacy, right? So they're really, really awful, and they've got no money left, it seems, because they're unable to communicate properly with people in situations which would be critically important. So it may well be that they face incredibly difficult situations in the near future. This is common of these type of stocks. And tomorrow, I'll give you an update on how you can trade it risk-free to the downside. You'll be able to get a long position on a pharmacy that does well, a related stock in a similar sector. And so if the sector together moves, you'll be protected both ways. If it is that Boots is moving up, which would be like absolutely incredible, completely unlikely, and the thing's an absolute hole in the ground, then your better choice stock will also go up, probably more than it. So that's very exciting. Their app and website is horrendous, says Wackinger. Yeah, their app and their website, their customer service, their deliveries, the scheduling, their Twitter, their help desk, everything about them is absolute hole in the ground, total, utter crap. It's that hallmark of a company that's about to dive into the middle of the earth. It's like a meteorite falling from the sky, and it's going at that similar pace. So do that, help me out, and yeah, I'll help you out, of course, as well. It's great, isn't it? Great. The greatest name ever in a future world. You'll be known as a LivePerson, isn't it? And we'll be protected. Thank God, too. So people will be looking at this and they'd be wondering, is it head and shoulders? And that'd be silly. GameStop closing at $27. Who's got you covered here? TraceBotting? Yeah, you know it. You know it. Post-market, who cares? It's all made up. And LivePerson, $8. So if you like round numbers, I'm your man. I'm your man. Hit that like button. Right, so that's fantastic. Post-market is gone up 2.49% already. You know what I mean? People love that. Spot I called $27. Okay, didn't I? Look, didn't I? Closing prices. Closing prices. Nobody does it better. Often copied, never bettered. It's trade spotting. He's your LivePerson here in the house. OTLY back at $1. We talked about this. If it gets up to in at around $1.04, $1.05, that'd be a good place to look to. Good place to look to. Good place. Good place. After that, could get a little bit tight on the tiny time frames. A little bit tough there. In it. Hi, Paul. I want to look at MVIS. MVIS. Quick look at MVIS. Microvision. 4 hour, start off on the 4 hour, quick look there. Shut up, street cleaning machine. It'll be back too. See, this is the thing. It's cleaning now, and then they do it again after the drunk people, and then Boots start taking their deliveries for hours in the middle of the night. Completely ridiculous because they don't have the money to do it properly. Boom. So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. What else is Willful Lucky? Like, that's not enough for you, is it not? That's not enough for you, is it not? Tesla is going to go at $300. 3 enough for you? 3 miracle trading opportunities enough for you, Willful Lucky? What, another one? This might be a blast from blast. What's going on with Root? Demi, did you make money off Root? You should be a channel member. It went up 18,000% or something. What do you like, Demi? You should be a channel member. What do you like? Unless you're a on the paid side of Discord, then I'll not push you. Otherwise, I'd push you. I'd push you under a bus, buddy. All right, under a bus. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so what did you ask me about? Envies. That was quick, wasn't it? We were straight off it. Microvasion, microvasion. So this is Rocky's chart. It's a fantastic chart. Price action could potentially come back to test 0.1. That'd be a huge dip from where you are at the minute, yo. It's come down and tested its first entry point. The next one would be in at around 0.5. That's 0.92 area. Very interesting. A little bit of a bounce there. It's got, a tiny touch of potential reversal in this. It's got continuation divergence, but then it would do, wouldn't it? If it's turning around. It held the center line here with bullish divergence at that most recent low. And the target, if it does move up, is 1.69. 1.69. It's the trade spotting show. How does he do it? It's magic. It's mostly magic. Yeah, it's just magic. There's not much else going on here. So other than extremely exciting magic, not much else happening. So you're looking for this thing to test that 169. If it does manage to break that level, then you'll be targeting in at around $3. $3. Dory, I'm here. Great. Thank to hear it. I am a live person. Merrick, 26 months. 26 months, you'll be on solid food. You'll be on solid food. You'll have established a bit of a vocabulary there. Great to see you, sir. Great to see you. Brad C, can you check Mara, please, Jamie? 25% short interest and a crypto running. What is this? Do I look like the work for free dum-dum person? Luke Spears, 5 membership gifts, you lucky people. You lucky people. He's like out here saving the day for you. He's out here saving the day. Luke Spears, saving the day. Can I star these? Why has it got a star? Why did it go away? I want to star it. Why does the star disappear when I click that? Look at that. 5 gifted memberships. Who got them? Who got them? Poker Baby looks like he got one. Congratulations. Let Luke Spears know you're thankful if you got one. In it. So my envies, like, there's loads of different things I could do, but I already told you what's happening. And then, what was the other one? Marathon. 25% short interest. Yeah, sure. Right, this is all right, right? This is all right, yeah. And Rocky's already done, or else it was me, probably Rocky, because it's got these dotted lines. $20, 24.61, 18% today. That's because Bitcoin's moving up. Like, this is just a Bitcoin miner, right? It's just a Bitcoin miner. If you're looking for another 5 memberships, Moonlander, what a freaking legend that guy is. If you're looking for the Mara's great company, a lot of opportunity there, huge technology advantage. They're brilliant, right? They're a Bitcoin miner. They were up 10% today, and they've got greater potential if everything is moving up and Bitcoin is recovering. So really, it's just you're talking about Bitcoin miners, and they move to the top side. Are you trading it? What's your target? Tell me more about what you're thinking. If you're looking to manage risk, how are you going to do that? What strategy you would wrap around it? These are the things you look to. Mara and Any. There's also an ETF for Bitcoin miners, which has got huge targets on it. It's going to be fun too. Really, what you're talking about there is what's Bitcoin going to do. And Bitcoin, the idea is, like we talked about this on Discord. If you're not on the Discord, then more fool you. The idea is that it's like Rocky's got this brilliant chart on the go, so you could watch his show and you'll get a really good answer. He's on the day after tomorrow, at which stage you want to see Bitcoin having broken above 64,000. If it comes back down to find support, then you would like it to hold 60, could easily test 59, then wick back up again. That's likely a very strong buy. German government, we're selling a lot of different Bitcoins. They've managed to get rid of them all now, and they're Bitcoin free, which is great, right? It's great because we can't have Germans having all the Bitcoin. That would be terrible. What would we do? What would we do? We'd cry in our cornflakes or our porridge. If you're just a poor porridge eater like me, you'd cry into your porridge. Trump announced somebody, he's crypto friendly. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's all about buy the rumor, sell the news. And I couldn't give 2 flying fucks about your shitty political, shitty situation over there in your country where everything's absolutely bonkers. You need to calm down over there, big time. Stop shooting people. And I don't just mean presidential candidates. And I don't want to hear about it. Gifted 20 trade spotted memberships. J-Car on the cob. Oh my God, some of them are going to go people I've just upset. Boom! Jeepers, says Diana. You're telling me. Well, Jay coming through. That's 30 members today. Oh my God, guys. 30 members today. That's like more than 10% of the membership of the channel. already today. I'm English, Brad C, legend. Great to see it, Brad. Great to see it. Isn't it funny? Well, you and me can laugh together about how absurd it is over there then. I was a winner. Congratulations, T-Ball. Dean Mutter. Hey, big shot, Jay. Big guy. Jay killing it in the chat box. Thank Jay if you got a membership. Thank Luke if he got you one. Thank Moonlander if he got you one. These are all now married. Candy Flash Lambo, how come you didn't get one, sir? Symbol, good to see you, sir. Great to see you. How come you guys didn't get memberships? Is there more people watching than that? That's crazy. So thank those people, and I'll be able to see it too, and then I'll not get angry at you. TracePoint absolutely changed my life. Jay Core on the cob. You deserve it, my friend. You deserve it. Be like Jay. Be like Jay. You're welcome to be like Jay. Got all this space around me. U-sized shapes. U-size spaces. You could be in there. You could be in that space. It's made for you. Hey, nice chap on Discord said yesterday, I think, said, you've managed to gather some brilliant traders around here. And what we did was we actually gathered a lot of people exactly the same as you, beside me and Rocky. And then we turned them into really good traders. You know, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. We change you into an amazing trader, just like Jay. He's done very well, and he's going to continue to do very well. Boom. Not sure who gave me one last Friday, but thank you, Justice Walker. Boom. Congratulations. So to answer that question about Trump's VP and Trump, right? You'll remember that when he was previously, there's a lot of things you'll remember, right? But he gave everyone loads of money and they spent it on GameStop. If that happens again, which it's very unlikely to do, but should it do so, you know, you want to be spending that on LivePerson. A lot of people that don't watch the show will spend it on Bitcoin, and that's fantastic. You'll remember also he said things in his previous presidency about how he hated Bitcoin. He didn't like it. And every time he'd mention it, it was like Bitcoin leveling up, right? Because now the president of America was talking about Bitcoin. And the more of that shit, the better. Also, with the regards to the actual news, right? No one gives a fucking shit, okay? And that's not me talking about your stupid politics. It's because you buy the rumor and you sell the news, right? That's how risk management works. And so you buy the rumor, right? Bitcoin's rising up now. It's up 4% today. Ethereum's up 5.4% today, right? We talked about it going to 3,140. It's now managed to make it to 3,420 or something. 3,433. All the threes, which is fantastic. And so when it gets up again, which it's obviously going to because the Germans have stopped selling it, and so there's a lack of liquidity on the sell side, and there's still a lot of people who are absorbing all of that selling pressure without it creating a lower low. So it's a higher low, establishing an uptrend. It's going to now go on try for a higher high. You need to do a number of things in advance of that. 64,000 breaks, then you'll go for it, and the target would be up at around 70, 73. It's right, and then right. Could I give two fucks who your president is in a few months' time? Nah, right? Nah. If that wasn't obvious to you by now, hopefully it is explicitly obvious now. Doesn't make fuck all difference. They're all going to make more or less the same decisions. And so you buy the rumors and you sell the news. And the news would be way down the line, right? Way down the line when prices are much higher, and that'll be lovely jubbly. And if it does break back above 73, new all-time highs, thing will go up and test over 100 grand. Maybe it gets to 138. You'll have to check in with Rocky, see what's happening there. He's on Wednesday. It's not going to be 138 before Wednesday, so you'll be tuning into that show. And with regards to people's vice presidents and whether they are this or that or the next thing, nobody gives a fucking shit. Nobody who trades gives a fucking shit about that. It's the truth, right? I mean, you can give a shit about it, but not because it's going to implicate your trades in any way. There isn't. The rumor, yeah, great. Who gives a shit again? It's because bullish news in a bullish trend is very bullish. People love that because it scares people on the other side of the trade, so they back off, and it gives confidence to people who are wanting to go long. But it isn't their reason for going long, because that would be absolutely regarded, wouldn't it? And as it comes to the actual news, well, people are shit at expectation management. the reality is takes 10 times harder and it's turned 10 times longer and it's never as good as we hope or dream. So as soon as the news actually hits and your rumors were confirmed to be true, then you just think, great, well, the rumor did its job and I don't give a shit about the news. Great. So that's the answer, right? And the more that he talks about it or anybody talks about it, the better that is. And as you'll know, Biden, he has to nullify Trump's main strengths, which are in the economy. Well, at least that's how they're perceived to be. I don't think either of them are fucking even remotely competent at this, but they will claim to be, and a lot of people believe them. So Biden needs to bolster and burnish his reputation with regards to that idea. So anytime Trump says anything, Biden will do the same thing. Anytime Biden says something, Trump will do the same thing, which you noticed recently when Trump came out and he was pro-crypto and he explicitly said that would be the state in his presidency. Biden then spoke to Yellen, yo, Janet, we're flipping this shit. We're going bullish on crypto. She said, oh, but I've done all this work. Blah, blah, blah. And Biden's like, shut up already, Dave. Dave, and then like, you know, other jokes there I'm not going to do. And then boom, when you're all pro crypto in that other camp, right? So that's what it is. And so the power rests with you. It always does. These people are just figureheads and nobody gives a shit, right? So you better not talk about politics. You better not. Okay, great. And the whole getting shot thing, that's the strength apparently. You're really close to talking about politics, like super close. Careful. Entering with no prior experience can be beneficial. You won't need to unlearn bad habits and conceived info. True story, right? Two traders, one cup. 2 traders, 1 cup. I've got a video about that. You should definitely watch that video. You'd love it. You'd absolutely love it. So what's the time now? Oh my God, it's 21:19. One of the memes is already playing right now. Right now. You lucky people. F the news, Braun. Yeah, fucking news, right? It's only something you do when you're bored. And the only reason you'd be bored is because probably due to some attachment problem, right? Which means that it's all really your fault, right? It's your fault because of some deficiency you've got. And if you live in America, it's something to do with the things you're eating, or it's something to do with your spiritual situation, right? Your spiritual situation is lacking something. So you get bored, so you start taking interest in politics. How pathetic that is. Or you're eating the wrong food, you're not getting good enough vitamins, and then your brain's playing tricks on you and telling you care about something you don't care about. So that's, yeah, man, there's so much value in the stream. It's insane. Traumatic memes. Biden has Black Irish of Montserrat. Where are you actually from? Are you Irish and are you in Montserrat? And I don't think you can clearly say that he does have that. I think that a lot of people would see that as offensive, right? A lot of people would see that as offensive. For example, I would find it offensive because you're not a doctor. You can't diagnose that. He had a speech impediment. He's had it his whole life. It's a disability. He's had to get over it. And I'm proud of the way that he faces down the stereotypical shite he gets for it. And the more I hear stuff like that, the more I think, well, fuck it. Biden's the better guy, isn't he? And the more comments I see like that, the more I think, well, fuck it. He should win. And, maybe I'll start communicating that way as if I give a shit, but I could pretend, just to annoy people who say things which are ill-considered, like, for example, the idea that you could diagnose them. And you can't, right? You can't unless you're going to actually do an MRI, do a lumbar pumper, analyze his spinal fluid, give him cognitive tests, etc., right? Now, you can't do those things. Now, and nor is he going to, apparently. So you can't make that decision. You don't know those things, but you have an opinion, and your opinion, well, it's going to be divisive. So why would you put it out there, right? There's no point. What if you later get proved wrong? It's not going to make you any money. And you and I have been friends for ages now. So you're well aware that I would find that to be an annoying comment. So why did you do it? Full Irish. Good to see you, full Irish. Well, fantastic. What took you out to Montserrat? Anyway, Death of Banana Fridge, I'm not a doctor. He says that, but you don't know. Maybe he is. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Aye. Well, I mean, that's nearly as good, right? Because what do doctors really do nowadays anyway, right? They make you wait in a room for a long time. That's the first thing they do. And then what's the next thing they do? Who knows, right? Because we forget after a while. That's what pain's like. I forgot, I don't remember, and I can't be bothered. On TradingView, I'm a doctor on TradingView. Yes, a doctor on TradingView. So what seems to be the problem? Price is going up. Well, that should just be the perfect antidote, shouldn't it, to whatever the other problem was. Here's AMC, right? Now, you pissed me off so much. I'm talking about AMC now. What are you going to do about it? Nothing, because you can't, because it's my show and I'm here on the charts. Looking at AMC just to piss people off again. This is a great way of doing things. So there's this downward sloping resistance line. I probably drew that because, you know, I looked at this not so long ago, but then Rocky's got those faces on and they're pretty damn good. So, you know, maybe it was him. Anyway, that was enough. Here's KOSS. It's a piece of shit. What's it down today? 3.96%. Day after day after day, it starts disappointing people, going down, being crap. And, you know, whose fault is that? It's the Black Irish Monster Rat. It's his fault. It's his fault. He diagnosed it as being a piece of crap. And here we are. All his friends, here's but us. See, we get on. Me and him. More than ever now. These things, these, you know, it's like intellect or your ability to trade or your own level of resilience, right? It gets stronger and stronger through trying times, which is why I'm now so fucking good at teaching people how to trade because, you know, we together, right? Together, we've come a long way. You monster. Remember that nuttiness with the gold mine? Yeah. I know what we're going to do. We're going fuck. Yeah, rather than pay off the debt, right? You know, who does that? Who pays off debts? Nobody. Nobody pays off debts, especially in an inflationary environment where money is getting more expensive, and we can all see that the supply of free money is going to end. Who even does that? No, I'm buying a gold mine. Yeah. And it's like exploitable reserves. They're not even there ready to sell. Exploitable, you know, because we're like extra like fancy about it. We think we're going to get them later. How's the AMC's gold mine doing? I don't know. I haven't visited it. Shite, probably. That'd be my guess. That's not a slight on AMC. I like AMC. It was extremely shorted. They play movies. Movies are brilliant. Everyone loves movies. They're one of the best things going. They're incredibly part of this generation's culture. And there's nothing better than a good story, right? So I love it. I love all of that stuff. I do think that you know, the narrative around AMC turned negative when they started diluting. But if you were to like factor in the price of AMC sans dilutions, it would be at, what would it be at, like $30 now, $31 or something. The math works out as, right? Whereas GameStop's currently trading at $7 is what it closed at, according to TradingView, which is full of shit and lies all the time, right? So not TradingView, like the people at the settlement period is all bollocks now. So, you know, I could make an argument to say that it's better than GameStop, right? I could make that argument. I'd probably win it because you can't talk back, because I can just not look at the chat box. I can just not look at it, and then it's like you're not even saying anything. So I would definitely win that. At least I would think I'd won it. And that's what's important, because it's me that's annoying people, and I wouldn't stop annoying them. So that would be it. AMC purchased a gold mine was probably the dumbest thing I ever seen a company do with their cash when they had so much debt. Have you heard of Redbox? They went bankrupt on the 1st of this month. Have you heard of Redbox? They were an add-on acquisition that chicken soup for your pajamas or whatever they're called. Oh my god, right? They're so bad, it's insane. The synergistic relationship between cinema and gold mines undisputable, though. Yes, Luke Spear says, good point, Vic. He's true, right? It's true. There'll be gold in them, their cinemas or something. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will be like, well, if you're going to raise money, you're going to buy a gold mine, maybe you should also like cut costs somewhere or whatever. He was very bullish on the number of venues they needed to keep open. And a lot of people would say, well, if this is like a predatory debt situation, then that would not go hand in hand with the ethical running of a company. A lot of people would say that. I'm not going to say that. I'd say that the guy was caught by a scam artist who was doing a relationship scam on him. And that's people who are susceptible to a relationship scam at that age, when they've already got that much money, have got an extreme egotistical problem, right? An extremely strong egotistical problem, which makes them not trustworthy, right? Not trustworthy because you can't see where their ethics lie, and their moral code is obviously compromised. So, you know, it's also exploitative if it was real, right? He should have been telling the girl, yo, go out and like don't fucking do this. Do something that makes sense, what you like. And what him being in such a strong, privileged position, he could have made her life a bit easier or whatever, and then felt good about himself. I would have thought so, right? But apparently not. He has to get caught with his pants off. And it's just fucking embarrassing, isn't it? It's embarrassing. So, yeah, TracePod, I want a few arguments with you from this side of the chat box, not about trading, though. Hey, Ali B! Ali B's a huge liar. A huge liar. Talking complete nonsense. Ali B's amazing, but huge liar. Huge liar. Fat pants on fire. Apparently, this scammer was using the first name of someone at a random news, so he thought it was a prior relationship. Still hilarious, though. That sounds like a fucking shitty excuse. I bet you didn't think that. I mean, like, did you not see her face? And did she have the same face as somebody you already knew? Like, hey, I'm not buying that for a second. But Andrew, I wouldn't buy a gold mine either if I was running a cinema. So that's what it is. I stand by Ali B. Well, you'll get flamed too then, won't you, you big dum-dum? I'm not trained, but I'm dedicated, Merrick. What are you not trained in? He's a doctor. He's a doctor. I'm not trained, but I'm really dedicated to it, right? Same as me. I'm a brain surgeon. Nobody taught me shit all. I'm a homeschooled, home-taught, self-taught brain surgeon. No real qualifications, whatever, but I'm so enthusiastic, right? I make up for it with my enthusiasm. I cannot stand. But banana free. That's because you went to Merrick, the Dr. Merrick. His enthusiasm has screwed you. I would sell the cinema and keep the gold mine. Sell the cinema, keep the gold mine. Well, you know, that's a good pitch, right? Okay. Yeah. Flasher, you could be the new CEO if you fancy it. Stick Flasher in. That's the new CEO. Flasher, that's great. What's this thing on the screen? KOSS. It's so shit. What the fuck? It's been on the screen for more than anything else. That's just like not good. That's not cool. Can't have that. Hey, up 1.25% post market. People love buying this thing. That's the period of consolidation. It's at support there rather than resistance. This is like clearly bullishly divergent at that low. Boom, 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 boom. What are we on? 1 minute, 15 minute, where you've got this trend at this period of consolidation breakout. Some people be worried about that. They'd be worried. Big, silly idiots. So if it breaks that, you're looking at the horizontals, and there's like horizontals at 69, there's horizontals at 63, there's horizontals at all these places. It would be an absolute bargain buy for the thing. And what's your timeline on the trade? What trading strategy are you looking at, friends? What trading strategy are you looking at? Thinking out loud again. Dave the Rave, dangerous that. Do the VMAs still exist? VMAs. Hey, I've been nominated. For the Adult Video Awards. Adult Video Awards. I've been nominated in the live streaming category for, and you've like Adam Aaron, eat your heart out, right? I have been nominated for the Adult Video Awards, which is a very prestigious prize for the sexiest, the most debauched activity you can imagine. I'm right up the top. AVN, that's where it's at each day. Adult Video Network Award. Can we get Jimmy on Love Island? Probably, right? Probably. And know the guy who runs the social media for the whole jazz. So if you en masse start saying, I know this guy, then he'll be like, wow, how did TraceBot manage to organize this wave of support? I'd get on it and I'd absolutely tear it up too. That show needs someone like me. It really does. Dude, are there no other 30-somethings here? The Golden Popcorn statue was an award for MTV's Video Music Awards, lol. Dude, wow, that sentence is so boring, despite the fact that you're talking about both popcorn, awards, MTV, and you said the word dude. How did you still manage to make that sound so boring, Katie? That's a real talent you've got there. Will Falaki food values varies with even navigate the Discord. Wait a minute, I read 2 different messages at once there. See, I can do that, right? You call me Joe Biden. Considering selling one lip spin at $69 for the screenshot memento. Karen, you huge shill. What you like? Karen's working for Citadel, everybody. I'm 39 for a few more weeks. Congratulations, Luke. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Obviously, you're in your 40th year, and the bad news is when you turn 40, you'll be in your 41st year, which is basically means you're like same age as Adam Aaron, right? So, I mean, you'll be buying gold mines and stuff. It's awful, isn't it? I know. Look at that. I just made you upset. I didn't mean to, too. You're such a nice person. Isn't it? Why? Ah, geez. I got a funny story I'll tell you sometime about explaining what that meant in terms of the date to somebody when it was 1999, and I was saying, well, yeah, no, that means it's already the year 2000. And they then when they did understand, they didn't really understand, and then they started adding a year on to every year, and they were like going crazy in their head trying to work out what time it was, and they nearly actually had some sort of a mental breakdown. It was super weird. 1986 is better. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. I'm so worried about it. It's really scary. Thanks, friends. Here's 40 being the new 30. It's the old. No, it's like 50 is the new 30 and whatnot. We talked about this already, right? There's like, women did this for us. Look, when Tinder and that were invented, they realized that they needed to sign up with a social media account, right? And they figured this out because it pulled their name through. And so they were like, this is just taking my name from my Facebook or whatever. So then they were like, well, I'll just go into my Facebook, change my age there, and then it shows up differently on Tinder. So now there's loads and loads of 29-year-olds, right? So the 29 is the new 50. 29 is the new 50. Women did it for us, and we should thank them. We should thank them. Thank you, women. Thanks. 34 here. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Was the Chardonnay Flasher was saying that like the male frontal lobe isn't actually fully developed until you're like 35. So congratulations, Will. You'll soon be an adult. Same, Will. Cheers to 90s babies. 90s babies, these were bereft of all real culture. Like, you had to be born in the 80s to have a good 90s. It's just people like, the 90s were cool. And it's like, you don't remember it. Like, stop pretending, right? You watched reruns of The Fresh Prince. People like, look at myself. We were there, right? It's basically about us. Whereas you guys, you just sort of watched it and imagined that it was like your life. Instead, you had no idea. And we were the ones that really, like, so we're the cool people. You guys are like the highly processed food version of us. And sorry, but that's the way it is, right? So if you're younger than 40, and you probably don't remember the 90s. If you do remember them, you weren't old enough to enjoy them, right? You definitely weren't out on the street corner harassing people, joining gangs, right? You don't know what it was like. You weren't part of that rough and ready, cool culture with its own way of talking, its own cultural motifs. You just sort of watched it like on TV or something. That's why I like MTV so much in it, whereas it was about us. So sorry, that's just the way it is. Bro, I'm not a smart man. I just buy and wait. I don't jerk. Don't knee jerk. Oof, close one. I sell in dips, but if I see the end in sight, I sell. That makes sense. Curd, where we were at and such. Yeah. You were at the mall, right? If you were at the mall, you grew up in the 2000s. Like, let's not, you were like listening to Avril Lavigne and stuff. Hey, stop pretending. British Night Trainers. Aye, they were pretty shitty though. Let's be face it. Like, you were more like Bauer rollerblades. Playing catch with the corn. Playing catch with the corn. Is that a euphemism? It might be. It might be. Right, okay, so that was really fun, and we had a great time. And Tracebot Show, obviously, that's why I'm up for the Adult Video Network Award, because I'm goddamn amazing. Eminem, well, I mean, you were in your 20s by then, weren't you? Fake one, in which case, like, you yourself weren't out wearing, football casual clothes. You weren't getting turned away from nightclubs and trainers, and you weren't drinking things like Buckfast and Goldschlager, right? Goldschlager, just even people even know what that is nowadays. No, because they're all like fancy tequila and like, ooh, Sambuca's exciting, right? No, this stuff has actual metal in it, metal. Now you guys won't even take vaccines because it's got metal in it. We were like necking this shit, half bottles of it, 8 cans of harp. James, another 90s baby. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Just missing it, the cool culture there. I can Goldschlager. Goldschlager. It's got actual gold in it. Adam Aaron loves it. 1996. Merrick, that's like, you were 4 when in the year 2000, so you didn't even get to experience what the Millennium Bug actually was. Avril is hot. 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 Maybe. I don't really have an opinion on that. Nah, I like neon glow drinks that I can really feel my intestines glowing in the Cat's Lamau. Nah. They need to have bits of metal in it. 17-year-old me thought so. 17-year-old you actually thought about shit. That's interesting. Avril was hot. Yeah, exactly. Sort of like, not going to argue, but like, because I don't have an opinion. But I did want to argue for sure. I did think about it. Child of 84, Orwell sends greetings. Hey, in 1984. That's interesting, isn't it? Poor Orwell. Like, hey, so we're all talking about how we live in this Orwellian dystopia, when in actual fact he warned us against it and hated it. I make that as an analogy to Keynes and how we all live in like Keynesian economics. But he hated it, and it was like, again, a warning. And but here it's got his name now. Awful. You know, there's probably something similar you could say about the Higgs boson and the Higgs field. You know, he didn't want it to be called the Higgs field. He had other names for it. It's just the way it goes. This is the way it is. You just better make sure you don't ever die, because then they'll put your name on the thing you hate the most, because you know it was iconic and how much you hated it, and so then they'll just give it your name, and then you'll be stuck with it. But you won't. You'll be dead. Hopefully, you'll be welcome in the God's loving embrace, and in which case you won't mind too much. But if you're out there in the great cold, then it'll be nightmare. Be a nightmare naming the shit you hated after you and stuff, and you'll be like, no, don't do it, but no one will listen to you because you'll be dead. Halston Pills, by the way. Aye, good shout. Aye, that's funny. That stuff just didn't taste nice though. But aye, great. Now it's Gator Boy stuck in my head. Ugh. See you later, boy. Indeed, she is. No doubt, lol. Nah, look, your opinion on that doesn't count anyway. Hey, look at you try to jump in, like try to get in with the cool crowd. You're too old to know the difference, right? You don't know. Bex is still around, Dave the Rave. What do you like? Bex, non-alcoholic Bex is one of the better non-alcoholic beers. It's still around. There's loads of it. Also, it's got like a foil sticker on it, so you can sit there and pick it off and not feel like, you know, it's like you feel like you're doing a job. It's like productive compared to those the paper beer stickers. I was a Southern gal myself, Southern Comfort gal. It's too sweet. It's disgusting. It's far too sweet. It's far too sweet. You can have a little bit of it, but better in cocktails. Trace Point streams often give me that 90s nostalgia. You're freaking telling me. They're amazing, aren't they? You know what it's like. Someone I knew got gout from it. What? The trenches. The trench. Guinness and blackcurrant in Manchester. Yeah, Guinness and blackcurrant. It's called diesel. It's called a diesel. A pint of diesel. Beck's Blue. Now we're talking. I don't know if they do that anymore. Definitely not in a supermarket like it used to be. That cherished shelf space. What are we talking about? This isn't Friday. You guys are wrecking my head. Bear Jama gave 5 membership to people. My God, we're at 35 now. I definitely didn't see 35 people saying thank you and yes, I'll marry you and thank you very much, happily ever after. Where are they at? You get in there and thank people. You know, I mean, say it's the least you can do, but actually it's not the least you can do. It's like mandatory. Being kid in the 90s was the shit. Yeah, it was. It was the shit. And then afterwards, like, people got like wheelie shoes and stuff, and that's like all well and good in that. But you guys, you've only really started like articulating your own thoughts properly after and developed a true consciousness after the age of 10, 12 or whatever, in which case you grew up with like things like those 4 dumb weird aliens that run around in the little grassy knoll. What are they called? Those little things. What are they called? Somebody quickly say it in the chat box. Those dumbass things with the stupid heads with the alien thing, and there's a red one, the blue one, the yellow one. You grew up with that crap, right? Whereas we got things like the gummy bears. Like Roger Rabbit was actually funny and around for us. Afterwards, it was just on repeat for you guys. Being sober for 1 year tomorrow, I've tried them all. Ghost Ship's pretty good. Telly Rubbles. Yeah, it's the Telly Rubles. The Telly Rubles. You got it. The Telly Rubles. Telly Rubles. Yeah, we got to watch things like No, you didn't because you're American and you kind of lack the culture we have over here, which is like your own problem. Don't blame me. So, but we got things like Noel's House Party, and yeah, it was incredible. Like he would go and like turn up at people's houses when they were watching the show and that, and then Mr. Blobby would come in and wreck their house. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But you were watching things like the Telly Rubles. Telly Rubles. I had a huge Pokemon card collection that my brother stole and traded for a skateboard. Still pissed. Whacking ya. Your brother did that, did he? Oh my God. Did you learn to skateboard afterwards, or did you break your arm too? In which case, that's really a bad deal overall, isn't it? Sorry, I have to drink coffee. I can tell it's going to happen. I can tell. Okay, I'm back on it. Right, Jessica Rabbit, yeah. Eh? Jessica Rabbit, Jennifer Collin. You just see the meme, Jennifer Collin. Fucking Jesus Christ. Right, so anyway, calm down, Trace One. Isn't Nolo a wanker? Isn't Nolo wanker? I mean, maybe. Who cares though? It was the 90s. You didn't have to be a nice person. That wasn't it. You had to be cool. Nobody cares if you were or not a wanker. It was only later on people got into this whole cancel culture shit. No one gives a fuck. Like that, which is like really just a weird new version of self-hatred. Nobody gives a fucking shit to go out and cancel people. Like that's not a real thing. Nobody that's the I don't believe that is real. I think it's just people hating some part of themselves and weirdos. Whereas Noel's like, who has made better TV shows than Noel's House Party? Like nobody ever even got close. And then, but somebody did. Andy Peters, he did with like, he went from the broom closet on BBC. He went to like Live and Kicking. It was amazing, absolutely insanely good. And then he went off and like produced like Big Brother and all that there. You know, because he understood your generation were all like more like less participation, more voyeuristic in it. You know, especially in America, like you'd rather watch than take part, right? You know what I mean? Which is what's so good about things like LivePerson, right? You can actually be the star of the show. It's brilliant. And GameStop, similar situation, right? You can be the star of the show. And it is your own life. So you should be, you know what I mean? Because you'll be dead some point and what? You're not going to do anything. Well, it's not like you're going to be immune to that knowledge. As soon as you're about to die and realize it, that'll be your biggest regret, was that you were all caught up in your own inhibitions. You were all afraid. You didn't do shit all. And now you realize, like, that's it. I don't have any time left to do anything. And all the mistakes and regretty spaghetti you'll have. You're cursed to that future and that. So how can you actually let it happen now that I told you? It's like, no, don't let it happen. Do the shit, man. Do it. What even happening here today? I'm confused. Well, what we're talking about is how if you weren't born in the 90s, then or born later, then really you're going to have to get yourself some LivePerson, because you're totally not cool and you think Avril Lavigne's hot. Or you were born in the 80s and actually grew up in the 90s and know that it's what's cool, in which case you've got loads of LivePerson probably in it, or between the area of 54 cents and like 58 cents, somewhere in around there. And so you compensate by getting more LivePerson at different levels to make up for your poor birthdays. That's what we're talking about, innit? Hey, I'm doing all I can. Hey, that doesn't fly. You know, that doesn't fly. Like I'm working at 100% capacity. That's just like all that does is invite somebody to ask for more. Flasher, you're totally killing it. Is the truth. Flasher, totally killing it. Jen, who says what's actually going on here? She's an amazing mod. Couldn't do what we do without Jen. AB's baby holding Lisbon. Of course, I feel like a goat. This is like self-impression rather than preferences. I think we're talking here. Flasher's a superhuman. Big, totally tooting. I got 8,000 LivePerson. Good work, and Patel. Good work. Boom. So you're killing it. Everybody is. Okay, to give an idea of my age, I drank from, where'd the message go? Hose pipes. And I was drinking from a hose pipe earlier today. Had to water the plants in the garden. And like, what are you going to do? It's plugged into the kitchen tap and that. So, right? You just drink out of it. Oh, you're talking about hose pipes like, what are you talking about? That's not that. Why would that be? Americans drinking their water. It's not Scottish water. Scottish water is a totally different kind of deal. Tracepot, and you got more gifted. Oh my God, what the flicking hell? Kitties, 1 membership gift. Who thanked? You better be thanking Kitties. He's a total legend. Kitties is, and we've got this a fantastic deal on the go where he got you a membership gift, and now if you don't thank him, I hate you, and he hates you, and together we come around to your house and do terrible things to you. So you really got to thank him there. So watch out. And Minner, 1 membership gift. Somebody else got one as well. Minner, similar situation. Both be around your house tomorrow. We'll be smacking the shit up if you don't thank a guy. Bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant, so it is. What else did I miss? Probably loads of stuff. Minner, 5 membership gifts as well. Holy shit, man. Bad Mama Jama, 5 membership gifts. Wait a minute, that's 12. I'm going to go back and see how many missed out on here. 12. Plus, I know we got 20 from Jay O'Cor on the Cop, who's total freaking legend. That guy's such a good dude. So, and we got 5 from Luke Spears, but I'm not seeing it here on the thing yet because I have to go so far back because you've been chatting today. These are very chatty Cathys today. That's good to see. The algorithm will love that and it'll help and everything will be great. There's Jay with the 20, Moonlander with the 5, and then Luke with the 5. Holy shit, I forgot how to count again. That's 30, plus we were looking at 12, so that's 42, which is great. So another 7 would be 49. That's a prime number, and that's what we're looking for. Another 7. Can we do it? Probably could do. Probably could do. It relies on this power of the chat box. So, boom. But because if it is, I would love some. If it is what? Would Scottish water happen to be aged in barrels? That's Angel's Tears. Angel's Tears is aged in barrels. Whiskey. Scottish water. I don't know what it's like now, but in the 90s, right? In the 90s, it was the best water on planet Earth. KCEX is another crypto exchange. What? As if that's what the world needs now, right? Another crypto exchange. I'm so tired. I need TA to wake me up. TA. 212 is a decent platform, but cannot be ported in a trading view. Ugh. Right. So what we were looking at is LivePerson. What we were talking about is this trend, holding this diagonal support line. It's only on a 15-minute time frame. You know me, I don't give shit about 15-minute diagonals, like whatever. I wouldn't even care about a 4-hour diagonal all that much. There's this harmonic that suggests price will come up and testing it around 238, and then there's like loads of gaps, and there's another huge harmonic on the daily time frame, Jen, and that suggests that price on LPSN might go up to $115 or so. So that's what we're thinking there. GameStop, there's a harmonic that suggests that like if price breaks down to 22, it'll find support at the top bottom of this broadening wedge. Watch this all on the internet by some dum-dum near you coming soon. They're in the chat box now watching, but they don't say the name. They don't say anything because then we'll know they're here and they won't be able to do their own show because then they'll have gifted away everything that's going on. So look, if it comes down and test the bottom of here, right? That would also be pretty understandable, and it would give you a really good entry in at around 21, $22, right? Which would then be a really good trade up to around $34, $34. If it gets to $34 first, I'd be very, very cautious because it could totally just come back down again then to 22. I'd rather see it find support here and bounce. That would be in line with this long-term support here. It would be like confirmation of everything being really, really strong. High or low, boom, straight to the top afterwards. Be a strong move too. Somebody just saying in the chat for the LPSN video just now that BlackRock sold most of their LPSN positions, says Kitties. BlackRock weren't holding that as an active investment. What they did was they released a 13D, right? 13D is a passive investment form, which means that you're not actually using those shares for any form of capital appreciation. You're holding them and part of the constitution of an ETF or a fund, and that fund was part of the Russell 3000, and the reconstitution that it went through meant that they had to distribute those shares because it's not part of that thing anymore, right? So they ditched them. They did it all in one trade in 1 second at the end of the day a week and a half ago, and when they did it, it made shit all difference to the price, despite the fact that it was more than 10% of all total shares outstanding. So the fact that BlackRock managed to distribute that position and price didn't get impacted badly, immediately went up about 30%, that's super positive. And just read the stuff on the thread in the Discord, innit? And then people won't think that that's FUD. They'll be like, wow, awesome, that's amazing, instead of like, oh my god, wetting myself. And so if that was you, shame on you, you big silly FUD-headed dum-dum, right? Also, it was a 13D where they announced that they changed that ownership amount, right? So if you didn't hear it from me, you might have heard it from looking at that form. And if you heard it from looking at that form, just a 13D, for goodness sake. Do you not like investigate what it is that you're reading or anything? know what I mean? Honestly, I don't understand how people get upset and fuddy about stuff. I think it's because they're actually naturally like not born in the 80s, didn't actually live through the 90s, are more a voyeur than a participant in things, and then so get really, really scared. And then because they didn't make their own decisions, they just like watched through the window and that. They then have no strength of conviction. And like the slightest bit of news that might not be positive scares them. Big silly billies. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you, big silly? In which case you should chill out, mate. Chill out, yo. It's from here. What's from here? Links don't work, Adku. I've just told you where it's from. It's 13D from the reconstitution of the Russell 3000. I remember Prehistoric Man, Jazz Jackrabbit, and more. Wackenya, legend. Wackenya? Wackenya, Day of the Tentacle. Ugh. But can't recall all their names. Trace Point, would it be, yeah, a lot of people grow up and they're like, wow, Bon Jovi. And we grew up listening to Bon Jovi and knew it wasn't that good at the time. But afterwards, you're like, ah, yeah, nostalgia. But other people listen to it and like, wow, this is great. Anyway, yeah, no, I knew they didn't have one. I asked Rocky on the free crypto thread. What are you talking about? Panic Room. Yeah, Merrick, it's the Panic Room. That's why we play that song. It's pretty funny. So the BlackRock, 8 million shares. Yeah, so they've got less million shares now. That was part of that particular holding because they were passive investor in order to facilitate these market mechanics. And it left the thrust. It's reconstitution, so the shares were all sold. I even explained on a live stream who bought them all. I found on free trade it runs very slowly compared to 200. Why is that? Are they rubbish? Are they rubbish or something? Doom! Yeah, Doom, Wolfenstein 3D. All that brilliant stuff. Doom was good. What was the one that was on Apple Macs? What was that called? And it's slightly better graphics, you know. It's pretty much the same deal. But that's where my eyesight is. Where? Where? Marathon. I collect those old games. I have so many boxes. Hey. Collect. I collect memories and money. Memories and money. That's generally what I'm like. Jamie, was it you that bought them all? Hello, Dead Money. Hello, Dead Money. Hello, Mr. Dead Money. How are you, sir? Well, if you'd watched the memes, you would have known it was coming. You would have known when it was coming. You would have known the amount that was going to be sold. You would have known when it was happening. It was all in the memes. It was well explained in a really hilarious and funny way in the memes. And you would have been able to get some of them too at really cheap prices. Kids never die. I'm jealous. I got rid of mine years ago like an idiot. John Biscuits, you huge fool. You huge fool idiot, man, you. Oh my God, John Biscuits, you'll never, ever get over that regret. It'll plague you and haunt you in your dreams, sir. Thought about getting back into collecting, but then they're way too expensive now. Yes, this is the thing. You've priced yourself out of the market. It's impossible. It's impossible, so it is. Boom. There's a kcex.com register invite code. Wow. Is that a referral code for Rocky? Is it? Is that a referral code for Rocky, Mr. Minna? Hey, Adele Idris friendo. Howdy. I'm doing much better these days, but those memes flew over my head. We'll talk about them with folks. And they'll tell you the answer. Is there one? Is there one? Mr. Minner. Mr. Minner. He's a mod too. And he's just, that's one of the cardinal rules. That's, oh my God, Minner. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. They're not Minner, but I did ask him. I'm shocked. I'm shocked and horrified that happened. Innit? Because it's you, it's all right. But anyone else, I'd be like, maybe there's like 4 other people. But anyone else, I'd flame them. Tracebot and blame me. Nah, you're already in my bad books. John Biscuits, you can find them on eBay. I have saved searches of any new old stock, unopened ones, show up, kind of expensive hobby though. And it, you know, you're buying at the high with that too. Like, you're buying at the high. Well, what they're going to do eventually is they'll change like the voltage going into your plugs and then nothing will work again. They're going to try and screw you. Tradesbook, would it be okay for me to send my referral link to a good friend, Katie? I'm encouraging you to make one, if not. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you in a couple of days. Do you think Sophie will be a good play? I'm dead funny. Marathon was an early Apple game. Oh, that was it. It was Marathon by Bungie. Good shout, Wolflucky. You really got that one notch there. I didn't realize what I'd said when I read your message out. That's true. It is. It was Marathon. It was pretty good. It was better than the other ones too. Because it was harder. Like, you had to think about stuff. Remember that other one, Mist? That was great too. Back when photos were a thing. Man, I love Jamie. I know. You know, it's like that. It's like that, innit? Right, who couldn't? Anyway, did we wake you up, Jen? I don't know if I did enough to you. What was I talking about? GameStop. Yeah, it's broadening wedge. That's the bottom side of it. Comes down, test there again. It's only had like 3 touches, really. I mean, actually, it's had 4, but it's only had 3 touches where it was confirmed in a wedge and had like top side resistance imprinted already there. So another one. It's not completely out of the idea. Possible. It was epic, wasn't it? Now it could easily come back down. It's been at this area for a level. It's got horrible bearish resistance. It can't full pull into the bullish control zone yet. And overall, it's like not very enthusiastic, right? There'll be people out on the internet that are convincing themselves that it's massively amazing, going to explode because of this behavior, but it isn't. Like, it's just part of the broadening wedge, which we talked about loads. So it probably comes back down. It probably does come back down and test that 22, and then go up to 34, which would be way better, wouldn't it? Boom! Add Sloth. Hey, be like Ad Sloth. He's a new member. Hey, welcome to the show, my friend. Holy shit, I've been on for an hour already. How did this happen? How does this happen? Jamie looks like it really wants to roll over. Yeah, doesn't it? Right? It looks more like it'll come back down. It tests this VWAP. It'll get it around to the bottom side of that broadening wedge. It'll put in a proper entry for the harmonic that'll take it up to around $34 and then test this other VWAP, probably. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Indiana Jones. Some of them came out in the 80s. Holy sugar. Winner's got KT's typist. Wow. That's amazing that person got any more work. You love us so much you experience flow state. That sentence is good, but you rearrange it, right? Is that I am so lovable and so amazing that you go into flow state when you watch me. It's amazing, isn't it? I agree. It's amazing. Man, it's my keyboard, I swear. That sounds like a song. Lol Frige. 143 watching, 130 likes. Not bad. Hit the like. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hit that like button. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But, you know, I know a lot of you guys haven't hit the like. It was people who came, hit the like, and then had to leave to go and pick up their kids in the park and stuff. You know, you need to be more like them. Not with the kids, because that's like waste of money, innit? What you want is the like button. Hit that lots. And enjoy it and stuff. Right. So yeah, it's got this horrible bearish divergence, right? And there's no real trend here because there's lower highs along with the lower lows along with the higher highs because it's a broadening wedge. And what you really like is it to come back down and find support here because then it'd be cheaper and it's still going to go up anyway, right? It's going to go up there anyway, 34 anyway. You know, if it's going to go to 34, you would rather it went down before a little bit so you could get a bit cheaper, right? That would be better. I gotta get going, but I will be back for your next stream. Thanks for all you do. See ya. Willful Lucky, you better leave a stream on. Where the hell do you think you're going anyway? Pick kids up from the park. You better hit that like button, mate. The rising tide flows. Rising tide. Oh, that's good. Did you hear this song? Did you hear that song? Oh my God, Kick-Ass Man made a song and it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing song. What else did I tell you was good? I told you this was good, right? Didn't I? Here. I told you. I know I did. That's why I'm saying it. Told you this was a good idea. Look, it's up 7.12%. Look, I did that target and everything there. Look at this. Look, it was only on Friday, right? And the price was in at around these levels. And now it's massively up there. So you're all really, really lucky to watch TradeSpotting, right? I do this on the regular. That's 16%. A lot of people... Wow, oh my God. I'm so shaken by regular life right now, but my TA-based trading is really a safe place, thanks to Jamie and Rocky. Adelaris, what's happening that's shaking your life? How can we help you out, mate? Someone fucking annoying you. We got an old IBM PC from 89 that's still running some of these old games, Chris says. I'm born in 95 though. Still enjoyed them as a kid. Still running. Is that because you've like never turned the thing off? See, the most damaging thing you can do to a computer that was made in 1989 is turn it off and on. If you just leave the thing on, it'll last until who knows, right? I was about to make a political joke there. You're lucky I didn't. There was this computer game called Magic the Gathering. Yeah, what? Who doesn't know that? That was my favorite. Magic the Gathering. It's fucking massive. John Biscuits, Leisure Suit Larry. Tippity doo da, how you doing? Didek, good to see you, mate. So who am I falling out with at the minute? I'm angry at somebody. Who is it? Jimmy, my favorite. Yo, man, how you doing? What did this computer? Yeah, I know that. What happened to Adel? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I am so shaken. What happened, Adel? For goodness sake, who's annoying you? Didn't know anything was behind the card game. Magic the Gathering card game. What came first, the card game or the computer game? Yeah, Atari XL, XE, ST. Yeah, I had all of that too. Amiga 500. I didn't have that. It was shit. Did you have a Sega Mega CD? It was amazing. Sega Mega CD drive was amazing. Did you have that? If you didn't, you missed out. You missed out. I had it. It was cool. And people knew I had it, and I didn't bite them over to play it. BMJ, I never thought I'd see the day you were wrong. What did you say that was wrong? Who remembers the Spectrum computer? I do. It was brilliant. It didn't work very well, so you'd have to try turn it off and on again loads. For no apparent reason, you would need to have faith that it would eventually work, and you'd keep doing stuff like blowing on the cartridge and really a cassette and then shaking it around, blowing on it again, rubbing it in your hands, sitting it on the radiator, all sorts of shit, putting it close to the TV, away from the TV, close to the TV, away from the TV, and then put it in again. Play, and then it wouldn't work, and then you do that another 100 times. One time it would work, and then you play it for a good half hour, and you feel like that game was getting it to work. Dead money, I'm never wrong. Just early. Right, so we've had a great time here. Check out Exodus. Anyone wants to play old DOS games on a modern computer is pretty much DOS game ever made optimized to run on modern hardware. Exodus, funny name that, right? So this thing, right? I told you, and it made a big move up there. So that's fantastic. And I'm brilliant. You're going to laugh when this goes to 300, and you'll be like, "What, TraceBot? How did you do all this all in the one show? How?" Anyway, so it was really exciting. I had a great time. Lipswing's going to go up loads. This is the thing that, like, you know, obviously I dedicate a lot of the shows to. And, you know, it's not financial advice. You have to manage your risk and that. You don't get off. Like, there's no such thing as a free Lisbon. Everyone knows that. My first word processor was from Epson. Rod Bigelow, mate, you know your first word processor. You are a dweeb. First computer was from Texas Instruments, and programs were cartridges rather than floppy disk. That's cool, but like, what about your first games being on cassette tapes, right? Cassette tape games. That's what I'm talking about. My Atari 800 to 300 BPS modern and cassette recorder for data before the floppy drives came out. Yeah, see, Joanne knows the crack. So I have to keep my trading in paper trading mode for now. Why? What happened? What's the rest of the message? Some money shortage due to food prices rising. Oof. Adel Idris. Mate, you never need to donate here or do any sacrifice to be part of this channel, Adel Idris. You know, you'll always be included. I'll make sure you're in everything that you could be. And you never need to, there'll nothing be ever hidden behind a paywall from you. I'll always make sure you get it. You don't ever need to donate. You don't ever need to be a membership, pay members. You're always going to be one in my mind anyway. And it's good to work on paper trading, right? A lot of people need to do it not because they don't have any money, but because they're fucking idiots and need to practice better. So don't worry about that. Make sure you get and take care of yourself, my friend. That's tough to hear. I like you a lot, my friend. Orbital, wow, that's ancient. Kids today think pencils are for drawing. Cassette life. Yo, pencils are for... My childhood sucked, it seems. Men are... Yeah, probably. compared to mine, probably. Oh, everything was wonderful in mine. C64 for the win. Direct. Yeah, well, I mean, it's yourself and the Atari 800. I mean, it's up there. The two of them battle to the death. Floppy, did you ever grow? We had this thing called Games Master, and it was presented. Oh, what's the dude's name? He's a really cool guy. Fuck, I forgot it. Anyway, Games Master. It was like David Attenborough's brother was the head. Whoa! I got a donation. I have this thing open to check that. It was Direct. I appreciate that very much, Direct. Thank you. Tracepoint, I made my lips in the GME moves. I am good. I try to support that. It's very important for me, Jamie, to contribute to the rising tide. Adel, you don't have to, mate, at all. I know you would and do, and your presence does, and you're a really nice guy. Everybody loves you. You don't need to worry about any of that. Adele, mate, lady, mate, friend, buddy. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business, and we really appreciate you. You don't need to do that. You will be. Your name will be carved in stone on the big trace button monolith. You don't need to worry. We'll always appreciate you. Take care of things first there, right? Take care of things first for yourself, my friend. Right? We got you, buddy. Don't worry about that. And you do contribute loads just by being here and your positive, communication. Big part of us. You're a big part of us. You always will be, Adel. Don't be stretching there, innit? Look at that guy, the girl. None of your business. Look, it's the guy. But don't be assuming nothing. You're on nothing. Trace button. Got it, man. Got you, Adel. We'll contribute to you an interim, Adel. Well, good on you, Katie. That'll get you out of my bad books. Definitely a banana fresh. Definitely a banana fresh. I still remember the times of late radio shows where they would play a game where you could record it on your tape and play later. Yeah. Stuff is just not as good as it used to be in loads of ways. Man, that pissed me off. Patrick Moore. Yeah, no, he was the presenter. No, but like the guy who presented the show, what was his name? He lived in this building I'm in right now. Dominik Diamond. Fucking legend, Dominik Diamond. He's such a cool dude. Hey, like, I swear to God, I wish he would come back and do something. He's fucking legend. Like I say, he lived in this freaking building. What if I don't want to be out of your bad books? Okay, you wouldn't be. I mean, I was only joking anyway. You wouldn't have got out of it. I would have just pretended. I just would have pretended. You're better than you used to be. Don't. Then Dexter Fletcher. Are you talking about the guy that came after Dominik Diamond? Nobody can follow Dominik Diamond. It just doesn't happen. It was basically his show. He was the dude that made it so much fun. The golden joysticks and like his attitude when people fuck shit up and that. He was amazing. When you give price targets, what is the time frame to hit the price target? Riley Gregg, 5 minutes. And is there no time frame? No, it's 5 minutes. Always wondered this, but never asked. It's 5 minutes. It happens within 5 minutes, even if markers are closed. Frenemies for life, yes. Joanne found the name Colossal Cave Adventure. Boom. Yep, followed but not replaced. Yeah. I mean, I'm so sorry, that guy, but like, it was Dominik Diamond. He's the legend. Just nobody else comes even close. It's been at 69 T5, right? So, yeah, no, I don't give a shit about the x-axis, right? Like, why would anyone give a shit about the x-axis? Like, yeah, why would anyone give a shit about it? Like, you can do stuff, right? I can anyway. I'm very good at doing stuff. You do all sorts of different things. All sorts of different things. All of the things, sorts of different things. I can do them because I am amazing. But nobody else can do what I can do. So you guys don't try this at home. It'll never work for you. But oh my goodness, I'm good at it. I am. And at this point, you're like, what's going on? What's going on? I'd agree with you. What is going on? Nobody knows. That's why I'm still the only one who's allowed to do it. Because it's too dangerous. I mean, it's somewhere around there, but that's like minus pricing, so it can't be that low. Oh, I can get it. Wow, oh my god, it's too far away. It's because I need so much price action on the chart to do it. Like, who cares anyways? That's not the way it works. And yes, so you're all very excited now, I'm sure of it. So what does that mean, says you? Well, this is all about catching the leprechaun. To catch the leprechaun, and then you get all the price, and then you're really happy. Seen that movie? Right, so there you go, right? And if that doesn't explain it, what does? Oh, I will take that vis-a-vis. What you take? Rainbow Skittles should be an emoji. Rainbow Skittles. What's in your Rainbow Skittles? Hey, I reckon your flavoring's over there. I say over there, but I don't know where you are. I reckon those Skittles are bad for you. TA goodness. Also protection you. Protection you. That's some voodoo chart drawing there. I guess I just know it. It's voodoo, isn't it? It's voodoo. Voodoo. KT and the Mr. Voodoo thing. There's some voodoo for you as well. Check that shit out, right? Check that out. Mine. See how it all works out together too. I'm not joking either. That all looks great together. That probably does happen. Turning into a BMJ grid. There's only like 5 lines on that matter, innit? And you just have to do all the others to get them. We can't see until work out which ones it is. All the ladies loving the rainbows. AMs. There is a town near me that has a candy factory that makes Skittles. When you go for a walk out there, you can literally taste the rainbow. Wow, that's amazing. That's nice. So you can smell the Skittles. You don't even have to eat them. That would make me fat, and I can't get fat. It's like physically impossible, but like that would make me fat if I could smell Skittles and walked everywhere. In Edinburgh, we make a lot of beer, and we make it with hops. So the air smells like hops, which is some people don't like. I think it's brilliant though. I like it. Only about 10 years ago, one of the breweries fired up this old chimney, and there were standing water in it for like a number of decades, and it all evaporated. And then people all over Edinburgh got Legionnaire's disease. That's not funny, is it? But that happened. I mean, I'd rather be breathing Skittles. You can definitely gain weight on your walks there. Yeah. Yay. I would go for walks there. Oh, chocolate sounds lovely. Chocolate on biscuits. Chocolate. They've got a biscuit factory as well here, but it was beer. But the chocolate sounds great. Oh no, that is awful. It is a bit bad, isn't it? But it didn't happen to us. So we can take pride and joy in that it didn't happen to us. Bamboozle was a quiz game featured on Channel 4 Teletext in the United Kingdom. It was originally part of Teletext Fun and Games. Teletext. My God, that was also amazing. Hey, you could get live written captions for anything you're watching. Just flip on the teletext. Don't do that anymore, right? Why not? Because they squeezed the margin out of us. Private equity squeezed the margin out of us. Where was this? Is like a Friday. Look, stop it already. You've got to go. It's 8.2. Look, it's up 2.5% post market. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yum, yum, yum. That's better than Skittles. LivePerson's brilliant. So, like, you know, you got that. That's pretty obvious. Come down and find support on this guy. That's pretty obvious. Boost up again. Look at that. Back above $1. Right. So different phases of price action and whatnot. And this has all been very bullish. I'm very bullish. What does this say then? By when at the latest possible time? Before my birthday. Hey, I like a bit of that. Favorite game show ever was Win Ben Stein's Money. That's a Rocky and Jamie sort of game. Smart people stuff. That sounds interesting. We play. What did we play here? Well, we've got the Wheel of Doom in it, which is pretty much the best thing happening. Scooch, please. Scooch up, please. I'm a fan of Supermarket Sweep myself. It wasn't all that complicated. Your face is over the part of the chart that's relevant. My face is over the part. Oh, you guys can't see it. Yeah. That sucks to be you guys. I can see it perfectly well from here. Where I just need to turn like that and I've got a perfect view of it. It's brilliant. Typo Games. Death of Bananas Originals to chat. Is there a better game show than Typo Games that's ever invented? Probably not. It's because I'm a 90s kid. I know that. Oh my god, we can see. Yes, that is what I did it for you. The seeing. Anywho, enjoy seeing it and stuff because it's leaving. We're leaving that now. GameStop, $27 on the close. Do you want one, GameStop? Do you think GameStop wants one? Ugh. Does, eh? This is like with the Skittles. Like, well, if you're going to bring some for yourself, everybody wants some. Blah, 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 stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, it probably does, but I didn't do the others first. I have to do this first. Oh, you guys! It's like that X, isn't it? Anyway, and then yes, it is that X. Hey, I forgot one. No, wait a minute. I did that, didn't I? Oh, who knows? Doing this one anyway. I think I already did that one. So it can't hurt, right? It's what's good about it. It doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, it was right time, right? Did close exactly what we thought it would. I've been banging the stream Avatar drum along for how long? It was so good. Toy Baby. Yeah. Right on where we said it would finish. Who else can do that? It's crazy they're still letting us buy LPSN, isn't it, Minner? Well, I mean, they'll never stop me buying it. Like, it'd be a crazy idea that they could stop me. They could put the price up, which would obviously, this is the beauty of the stock market, innit? Go, do it, try and stop me. So this is fine here now, and there you are, buddy. Old buddy, old pal, old buddy, old pal. How good that was. Anyway. I suppose I could take this guy, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take this guy. Oh my god. I hate it when it does that. Wait a second anyway. Wait a second anyway already. Should we just do the first one because we're here? We'll just do the first one. Do one of them. If we only do one, eh? If we're only going to do the one. That was pretty good too. But that's not what we're doing. We're doing from the top down. Give me that guy. Give me you. Give me. And then this is the X rate. That's the... Is it? This is a bit squished. If you watch my video on this too, it does get a bit squished. I got more LPSN this morning. Good on you, Mr. Mrs. Right, so that was pretty good. Bing. Is that right? I can get closer now. I can even do this and then I get a better... That's too high. So that's coming up. That's good news. You'll be all very happy. Holy cow, now I'm tripping. Good thing it's not on... Yeah, it is. It'd be trouble with the YouTube terms and conditions if it was, wouldn't you? So, I mean, that all makes sense then. And then the next phase of price action is up here. When is that? July 24th. That's like... When is that? It's next week or something. Isn't it? What's the date now? Yeah, 9 days away. That's just next week. They make eyes it more... They eyes make it more trippy. There. Oh no, I moved the dude. I didn't mean to move that. Sorry, dude. So that's what that one looks like. Holy crap! Now I'm tripping. Hey yo! Oh, that's what's making it happen. Yeah, well, Jen was talking about breathing the Skittles. They make it now. You're looking at them, so you've got the full sensory experience, and there'll be people out there going into some sort of a seizure because of that. The smell, the chat box, the fun, the excitement, and what a show it's been. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to see lots of exciting things on the market. After this video, you'll be able to watch the meme. Now, there's lots of information in the memes, right? Loads and loads of information in the memes. And the context of the memes, that's important. I'm too run down. I don't get any sleep. You need to go on and see that thing that I said at the start about Boots UK. It's super shit pharmacy. They don't have enough money to do normal customer service stuff. They've cut costs so much that they have to get deliveries done at absurd times to try and find efficiencies in their own logistics system. They're getting really, really squeezed. Their stock price is like completely wrecked. Look at this awful, disgusting chart. Look at the state of the thing, right? That's them. Honestly, no joke. They're completely screwed. It's going to the center of the earth. So like that tweet I put out there. You know, like this is really, really easy, right? Look, this is super easy. It's worked since when? 2019. That. And then since 2021, it's worked like this. Right? It's so bad. It's like about to go in a parabolic descent. It's so bad. Thing's awful. Would it bounce here, right? Maybe, but look at the state of that when it came up and put in that awful rank bearish divergence. Like, you know, that's awful because then it means you can do this. It's just so bad. It's so bad, right? So this thing, it's like, they're so bad. Yo, Black Arrows, thank you very much. This is so bad, right? I won't get any sleep if you don't go on Twitter and like that tweet. Like it. Superdrug's probably killing Boots. Yeah, it's not just them. It's not just them. It's this terrible management at Boots. This terrible management that have managed to completely waste money. They've got extreme operational difficulties, as evidenced by their awful cost-cutting measures. Earplugs. You've no idea. Like, you've no idea. You've no idea. But if you wanted to short this, it would be very dangerous, right? And I don't necessarily think shorting things is ethical, but I do agree that the stock market needs to be efficient. And these people being listed on a public market, a lot of people would say that that's pure theft and that they don't have any right to be there. The people that run it are extremely unethical to even remotely think that they can keep turning a profit and run this business. They're only able to get away with it because it's an add-on acquisition for Walgreens, and they themselves are completely terrible. And they're obviously not telling the dudes who actually understand to run a business what's going on there for real. And so the thing is absolutely awful. Probably goes down. And if you were to short it, you'd want to manage your risk. And the way you'd have to do that would be to be using it as part of a hedge. So that would be the short side. The long side would be something like a good pharmacy that actually works, does the business, is benefiting from the rollout of 5G, has got like innovation in their services and plans to take on a lot of that overspill from the lack of general practitioners and local doctors, right? Which is, in America, you've got a lot of options for that. Here in Britain, Boots have completely missed that opportunity. We completely missed it, which is amazing considering how obvious it was. Yo, Sanjo Kojak, we're just talking about how Boots is one of the worst companies in Britain and definitely looks like it's going into the toilet. How are you doing, sir? I think Richard Ayayaldad was the third one. I thought they were good, but I'm speaking because of my local one, but there were a couple of Walgreens nearby that closed. I have no idea what Walgreens are like. If they're anything like Boots, which is obviously, you know, similar to the same company up there, but really in real life, Boots are different. Boots are terrible. Like, they can't even afford to deliver their stuff. Like, it's the meal deals is the reason that they're having their deliveries at that time so that they can get them in without them going off and do the one delivery with the one truck in a massive area, which needs at least 3 trucks. And the only reason they're doing that is because they're short on money. Like, they're supposed to be themselves trying to be pushing premium margins with premium products, which needs a customer service end, and it doesn't have one. Never mind the fact that they're saving every penny they can in their logistics, right? So it's like an obvious sign. It's like a profit signaling mechanism. Other people in the market and traders and that. You know how there's this idea of you go to the mall and you see where your kids are going and you see where other kids are going and you see where there's queues, and like that's the good company, like Roblox or whatever. And then the other one that's dying, which is super dry because no one's going there. That's like obvious. And the similar is Boots, right? They can't deliver their own stuff at anything, like even legal times, right? They have to like actually do it at times that's like against the rules, and then breaking the rules to save costs isn't a good sign, right? It's a really bad sign, and so they're screwed. I thought Walgreens was selling Boots for a minute there, but I get nothing for it. The thing's absolutely crap. Here, Trace one. Here, Adel. Here, Adel. Legend. Yeah. So like we'll talk more about this tomorrow and how to make the most of that dynamic if you want, so you can take a risk-free trade on it. You don't have to, right? But it's a really good example of how to do these things. I thought my Urban Camo Super Dry jacket was the absolute tits back in 2010. I remember that jacket. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, but then that was 14 coming on 15 years ago, and I mean, it's kind of still all right because of the fact that it was cool back then. But like, have you seen what the company's been doing recently? Like the way that they went to try to go high-end fashion, and like the way that they laid their stores out, and the cost went up so much per square foot for the same. They were selling the same thing. It used to just be like tightly jam-packed rails of clothes, a couple of jackets, mostly t-shirts, and that. And they just started screwing themselves when they went into like bags, jeans. They thought they were like actually good fashion company, and then they got rinsed by all the new startups. Morris van der Verst won. It was on the Fib Circles chart. What was? Walgreens uses DoorDash to deliver medication. Yeah, right. But see, they can't do it themselves over there either. They can't even do that themselves over there. And do they do it properly? Is it refrigerated deliveries? And that is it actually what? No, it's just that like they're just getting someone else to do it, and it's really poor margins on that return. Like DoorDash themselves don't make any money. Right? They don't turn a profit either. He's the king Karen of all Karens. In it, right? So you can't deliver stuff. Anyway, the point of this is, right, they've been doing this late night, 5 o'clock till 7 a.m., these deliveries for 10 years. They agreed to stop doing it when I last spoke to them, and I had a very serious conversation with people at that company who promised they would stop it. They haven't stopped it, and now it's right outside Rocky's window here, and he's got chronic fatigue syndrome. So it's actually really injuring him, and it's shortening his life. And I would like you to help me amplify my message so that that stops. And at the same time, they will not escape my wrath. They have to stop doing that. And I'm still going to point out the truth about this company because it's fucking terrible. It's a fucking terrible company run by really negligent people who injure people. They're supposed to be a health business, but they actually cause harm to people's health. They're terribly run. They're harming Rocky's life. They're injuring his health. And I'd like you to do a favor for me and amplify my voice when I say to them and speak the truth to power. I want you to say, this is not good enough, Boots. This is not good enough. And I want a lot of other people to see it and know it and agree that it's true, because it is a truth and it isn't fucking cool. And what they're doing needs to be brought to attention. And if they're doing that to Rocky, they'll do it to hundreds of people, if not thousands of people all around this country. Walgreens will happily do it to others. If they can get away with it, the next guys will get away with it. And you need to say something to these people. You need to do something about it if you don't like it happening. And they're a fucking joke. That's a disgraceful way to behave. The reason that they're trying to do this and they can't change their ways is because they've not got enough money because they're so poorly run. That's the truth. Not because they're evil. It's because they're crap at their jobs. They're not going to be better at their jobs when I shout at them, but somebody further up the chain will see that the people employed to do that job have failed. They should be replaced. They're failing, and they're costing real normal investors on the stock market are being robbed blind by companies like this, left, right, and center. And it's not the mechanics of the markets being exploited by people with PhDs and how to screw you. It's people who are incompetent, who've been promoted to a point of incompetency, who've got a job that they can't do properly, who are harming people that I care about and that you care about, and that together we're a community. And we need to speak loudly with one voice the truth to this fucking joke that they are. Tell them on that tweet, and then retweet that and say how much of a disgrace it is that a company that's supposed to be and claims to be good for people's health and in the health sector would be actually out here harming people. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. So help me. Help me do that. Right? Thank you very much for watching. Fucking boots, man.